Welcome to Games TLDR. If you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt TLDR. The game begins with Geralt asleep and having a dream about Kaer Morhen. In the dream, it has been demolished. Yennefer, Geralt's love interest and a powerful sorceress, tells Geralt that Ciri is practicing without his permission. Geralt goes to find Ciri and escort her back to her teacher and fellow Witcher Vesemir. However, before they can reach Kaer Morhen, the Wild Hunt, a group of spectral wraiths whose appearance signals the end of the world kidnap Ciri. When Geralt wakes up, he realizes that it was just a bad dream, and he's still on a quest to find Yennefer with his mentor Vesemir. While searching for Yennefer in the Temerian village of White Orchard, Geralt meets with a Nilfgaardian commander named Peter Saar Gwynlu, who asks him to hunt down a griffin. In exchange for this, he agrees to reveal Yennefer's location to Geralt. Yennefer eventually finds Geralt and Vesemir after an incident in the tavern and tells Geralt that Emhyr var Emreis, the Emperor of Nilfgaard, has summoned him to Vizima, the capital of Temeria, which is currently occupied by Nilfgaard. On the way to Vizima, Geralt and Yennefer are ambushed by the Wild Hunt, but Yennefer manages to successfully teleport them away to safety. In Vizima, Emhyr asks Geralt to find the Emperor's biological daughter, Ciri, who is being pursued by the Wild Hunt, who intend to capture her and extract her elder blood powers. While in Velen, Geralt finds the corpse of a Nilfgaardian spy that had been killed by the Wild Hunt. The spy's notes led Geralt to Philip Stenger, the Bloody Baron, who asks Geralt to find his wife and daughter in exchange for information on Ciri. After learning of the Baron's abuse of his wife and dealing with a botchling of the Baron's miscarried child, the search leads to a local fisherman who saw the Baron's wife get taken by a fiend with the daughter escaping to the city of Oxenfurt. Geralt meets an old friend, sorceress Kira Metz, who leads him to the Ladies of the Wood in the Crookback Bog. After meeting Gran, who takes care of the orphan children of the bog, Geralt meets the crones of the Crookback Bog and is asked to deal with a spirit trapped in the roots of a nearby oak tree in exchange for information on Ciri's whereabouts. He also learns that Gran is in fact Anna, the Baron's missing wife, and that the crones are holding her against her will. In an optional quest in Velen, Geralt can meet up with Letho, if the player didn't kill him in The Witcher 2, and clear a cursed tower for Kira, and help the Baron to try and free his wife from the crones. While in Novigrad, Geralt meets with Triss Merigold, who instructs him to visit an oneromancer named Corinne Tilly, who can interpret the meaning of dreams. Geralt then heads off to confront notorious crime boss Whoreson Jr. and rescue Dandelion the Bard, who was captured after a failed attempt at a heist. Geralt finds Jr. with the help of Sigismund Dijkstra and King Radovid of Redania, who had used Jr. as his spy in Novigrad. Geralt and Zoltan Shivai manage to rescue Dandelion from a group of witch hunters with the help of a Doppler named Dudu and Priscilla, a Trobaritz who is a love interest of Dandelion. In an optional quest in Novigrad, Geralt and Triss can help the mages escape from the witch hunters of Novigrad, which will eventually lead to romancing Triss, and help Dandelion open his cabaret. Another quest of note involves dealing with a serial killer who attacked and nearly killed Priscilla, and helped plot an assassination against Radovid with Dijkstra, Vernon Roche, Vess, and Thaler. While in Skellige, Geralt meets with Yennefer at the funeral for King Bran. At the wake, Geralt and Yennefer manage to steal the mask of Ouroboros from the druid Ermion. The mask allows the wearer to see visions of the past, such as Ciri's arrival along with a mysterious mage and her escape from Skellige. This leads them to Lofoten, where Yennefer seeks out Skjal, a man who helped Ciri escape the Wild Hunt. She finds his body in Freya's garden and learns he was cast out of Lofoten and accused of being a coward. Yennefer uses necromancy and raises him from the dead to get information from him about Ciri. In an optional quest in Skellige, Geralt can find Krach and Krait's son Hjalmar, who went to kill an ice giant, and their daughter Ceres, who went to try and lift the curse on the Jarl of Spikerug. Finding both leads to a coup d'etat during a ceremony to choose the next king. Geralt's actions during this coup leads to whether Hjalmar or Ceres becomes Skellige's new ruler. And if this quest isn't done, King Bran's son Svanriga becomes Skellige's new ruler, and part of the conspiracy gets exposed. Geralt can also help Yennefer undo his wish to a djinn, which was seen in the first season of the Netflix Witcher series, deciding whether to stay with Yennefer or not. Geralt works to piece together Ciri's story, beginning with her arriving in Skellige, her escape from the wild hunt in the forest, Ciri's elven companion being cursed, and her arrival at the Crookback Bog. After escaping the crones who try to eat her and sell her to the hunt, she stumbles on a child lost in the bog. After killing a werewolf, she meets the Bloody Baron and rescues him from a basilisk by using magic, which the hunt is able to track. Realizing she has put the Baron and his keep in danger, she then leaves for Novigrad to repair a phylactery to help cure her elven companion's curse, leading her to contact Whoreson Jr. After participating in a heist involving Dijkstra's vault, Ciri, Dandelion, and Dudu are betrayed by Whoreson Jr. and Dandelion is captured by the Temple Guard, and Ciri teleports back to Skellige. After the hunt attacks Lofoten, Skjal helps Ciri escape with her companion, who manages to hide her on an inaccessible island. Ciri is then put to sleep by her companion and teleported away. After putting together all the clues, Geralt leaves in search of Uma, a monstrous baby-looking creature who may be the key to finding Ciri. After obtaining the creature from the Bloody Baron who won the monster from a Skellige merchant, Geralt takes him to Kaer Morhen. There, Yennefer and the other Witchers help break the curse on Uma by administering the potions of the infamous Trial of Grasses. Uma then transforms into Avalach, an Ella elf. Avalach reveals he was Ciri's elven companion and that he hid Ciri on the Isle of Mists. Geralt decides he will bring her to Kaer Morhen so they can stand against the Wild Hunt when they come after her. After recruiting several allies for this fight, Geralt then goes to the Isle of Mists and finds Ciri in a death-like state and being looked after by some dwarves. While grieving her death, Avalach releases his spell and awakens her in Geralt's arms. Ciri explains that Eredin, the king of the Wild Hunt, is afraid of his world falling into the White Frost, and that he wishes to use Ciri's powers to evacuate his people and conquer other realms. Ciri teleports Geralt to Kaer Morhen while the Hunt chase after them. The Hunt arrives at Kaer Morhen and begin their attack. Vesemir is killed by Imlerith, a Wild Hunt general, while trying to protect Ciri from the Hunt. In her anger, Ciri unleashes all her unbridled power, causing Eredin and the Hunt to retreat. Avalach is then forced to cast a spell to pacify Ciri. Geralt, Yennefer, Triss, Ciri, and their other allies then hold a funeral for Vesemir. Ciri is seething for revenge for the death of Vesemir, and asks Geralt to go to Bald Mountain to kill the one responsible, Imlerith. Geralt challenges Imlerith while Ciri faces the crones. While Imlerith is defeated, a single crone escapes with Vesemir's wolf medallion. Geralt and Ciri arrive at Novigrad to help Triss and Yennefer reform the Lodge of Sorceresses to help fight the Wild Hunt. Geralt rescues Philpa Eilhart from Dijkstra and Margarita from the prison on Oxenfurt. Geralt also travels to the world of Aenella with Avalach to find Viceroy Gaels and turn him against Eredin. They also learn about the Sunstone, which can lure Eredin out and trap him. In Skellige, Geralt frees Fringilla Vigo, and along with the help of Philippa, finds the Sunstone. Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri also visit Avalach's lab to learn about the Elder Blood and Ciri's powers. On the Isle of Undvik, Avalach uses the Sunstone, which draws the Hunt and their fleet out. Geralt, his allies, and the Nilfgaardian fleet attack the Hunt in hopes of defeating them once and for all. The Hunt frees Geralt and the Nilfgaardians, leading Ciri to free them by battling Caranthir, Eredin's second-in-command, and Avalach's former student. After Ciri breaks the spell, she is wounded and teleports away. Geralt then approaches Caranthir and defeats him. Geralt then faces off against Eredin in a brutal fight and emerges victorious. With his last breath, Eredin tells Geralt that Avalach has Ciri and that he lied to them both. Yennefer saves Geralt from the hounds of the Hunt, and they set off to find Avalach in a nearby tower. Inside, Geralt confronts Avalach, who drops his sword and tells Geralt that he was only trying to help Ciri, but Geralt doesn't believe him. Ciri then asks Geralt to believe her, and that only someone with the Elder Blood can stop the White Frost before it consumes all life in the world. After a heated discussion, Ciri goes through the portal and confronts the White Frost, ending the threat by destroying its source. The epilogue of the game will change based on the choices the player made while playing. In one outcome, if Ciri lives, she accepts the throne of Nilfgaard, reasoning that she could do more good for the world as an empress than as a vagrant monster hunter. In another, Geralt and Ciri fake her death, and Ciri becomes a wandering monster hunter like Geralt. If Ciri dies while stopping the White Frost, then Geralt hunts down the last crone to recover Vesemir's medallion, it being his only memento of Ciri.